Good morning, welcome back to the boat, and today I'm going to be doing a few things. I'm going to finish off, now that the roof is finally painted, I'm going to finish off putting the bits and pieces back onto the roof, get all that buttoned up and watertight, so that's one of the first jobs to get done this morning. And then after that I'm going to start measuring up for the hatches, and the front doors, back doors and the two side hatches, so that I can make the oak inserts that go into the doors, and that's the first start really on the final trim work, which is really exciting. So I'm going to measure up for those as well. So right, let's crack on. Hello, right, okay, so up on the roof, I'm just cleaning out the paint from the threaded holes. Bit of a pain, but it has to be done. So there's 7 holes per fitting. This is the inner plate and it has a rubber seal. Just to be doubly sure, I'm putting a little bit of silicone on that as well, just to seal it all up. And then there's a plastic dome goes on top of that, and then the 3 screws go through. Do struggle getting a little bit, one of the screws to start properly, and get there in the end. Just a little bit of dab of sealant so that no water goes down the threads of the screw. And yep, just struggling. And now I've got it. Right, so get that all screwed down. There we go. And then the silver dome goes on the top. So the silver dome is just like a protective piece really, just to stop the plastic bit and getting smashed. It's also shiny as well, but doesn't really matter in our case. So there's 4 screws that hold that down. Again, a little bit of sealant on the bottom, just stopping any water going into the thread. They are designed to let the water out from underneath that silver dome, so there's little channels let in. But obviously we don't want any water going down the threads. So 4 screws, do, and there we go, that's all done. Right, okay, back. We've finished all the deck hardware on the roof, so all the vents are on, and the entry points for the solar panel cabling, that's all done and all watertight again. For those that are wondering why I've got the UFO type vents on the roof instead of the normal mushrooms, it's basically because they're underneath the solar panels. So we needed a very low profile vent to go under the solar panel. Yeah, so that's the reason why really. So right, on to the next job. Okay, so because it's a new machine, I'm just setting up the table. It needs to be completely flat when it's at 0. So that's all set up. I'm just running some test pieces through here, just to check that everything is working as it should. So that's in thicknesser mode. So that just takes a planed edge on the bottom and reproduces a parallel edge on the top. And there we go. It self-feeds through. You just have to stop it falling out the end. So these are the actual pieces now for the doors. So first of all, the top and bottom bits need to be cut to size. You make them a little bit long because when it goes through the thicknesser, it has like a little bit at the end. It's called a snipe mark, and it's just where the blades will cut a little bit deeper on the ends and the beginning. So you have to cut those away. So I'm just cutting these down to final size now. Quick sand, just to flatten them out. Some of the pieces I've actually joined together because I didn't have boards wide enough, or they were too wide to go through the machine. So this was one of those pieces, that's why it looked a bit odd with a join down the middle. So this is a biscuit jointer, so this is how I'm joining all the frames together. Get there now. Hi Saoirse, you coming to inspect? Oh, listen.
I thought you'd just do the whole.
No. Hello, right, okay, we're back at the boat, and these are the frames that I've made up. So these are still in their very rough state at the moment. They're not sanded, not anything, but these are the frames to go inside the doors. So what I'm going to do is now to cut them round to the right size, because these are all big. They overhang the door at the moment. So what I do is just clamp it in place and then it doesn't fall off, and it just holds in the same place. Very, very sunny, very hot today. Good. So, hang on, I've dropped my pencil. Oh, here we go. Right, so first of all, just pop it back as far as it will go. Not nudging anything. And just take a marker pen, and I'm just marking the outside of the door. Now when I come to cut this down, obviously I can make allowances for the thickness of the door. It's likely to need a couple of goes to get it to fit. So this is just the first marking out stage. Close that up. Same on the outside. Same on the bottom. A bit awkward to get into the bottom. And up the handle at the side ladders. And just do the same at the top. And there we go, that's the door edges marked up, so that they can be cut down to size. The only other thing that I need to do is, just on this door here, where these clamps are that hold this in, I'm going to have to make a relief cut in the back of the panel, where these are, just so the wood panel doesn't interfere with the fitment of the door. So I just need to mark out where those are. So all I need to do now is where those drawing lines are, I just need to come in a little tiny bit, allow a little wiggle room. So just measuring this. That's 3mm thick. So if we do 4, just to give us some wiggle, it will all be sealed in anyway, so that won't be an issue. Yep, so 4mm inside those lines that I've already marked, and that then should fit inside the panel once we cut these reliefs for the clamps here. And the panel should more or less fit. It will need a little bit of trim and a little bit of fettling, but that should do it. Right, it's very, very hot on the side of the boat. Right, I'll see you later. Bye.
So we're back at the boat.
Hello.
We've been blessed, Wayne's been working at home like a Trojan in the heat, and he has been routing out all the, what do you call them? Window catches on the, what's a pointer finger there, so we can come and do a test fit for the hatches. Yep. The liners, they look amazing at the moment.
This one is almost there now, so I just need to take some, I need to plane the sides anyway just to get rid of the sole marks, but plane the sides up and then that one should drop in by the look of it.
That looks lovely.
Everything looks good. So,
really pleased. Yeah. At the moment we're thinking of varnishing them in yacht varnish, because obviously they're going to get the weather, so and they're going to get a battering. So, and the sky looks like it may be changing from our beautiful heat wave to a bit of rain, a bit of thunderstorms. So right, we'll carry on with these because they all need to be tested, and as I say, Wayne's going to
just test fitted.
Take them home and trim them again.
Test fitted, and then I know where I'm going to go then with.
We didn't film any of the routing, but it was a router.
It's very tedious, very noisy,
and it took a lot longer than we thought. Right, yeah, okay, hang on. Bye.
Okay, just planing these up back at home now. So the top sides, if you go all the way across with the planer, you will chip out the wood on the other side. So you're going to go halfway across and then turn it around and repeat on the other side. So that's that one. After that, give it a little sand. And this is about where we get up to this week. So I will see you next week and we'll get these things finished and actually fitting in the doors properly. Yep, see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.